to online class. So categories of computers and computer language part 2. So last time we have seen different kinds of computers, right? And what are their extra features and why they are different from normal computer, that we have discussed. Okay. Now we are going to see, you can say, computer language. Now when we talk about computer language, there are two type of languages: high level language and low level language, right? Now in low level language also there are two types. First one is machine language and second one is assembly language. Okay, so first we will see low level language. Now in generally you can say low level language is encoded in the binary, you can say, language, or we also call as binary number system, which is also called as zeros and one language, right? So in lower classes you have already studied about the binary number system. Computer understands only one language, that is zero and one language, that is also called as binary number system. So whatever we try to, you can say, ask, give command, or try to open or search any file, that language converts to 01 language, and then again it converts to, you can say, your normal language. So this process takes place is called as, you can say, binary language or binary number system. Low level language is similar to binary language. It is dependent on the machine. This makes it difficult to learn and use, as a programmer must have a deep knowledge about different computers to write program in a low level language. Next one is machine language. Now in machine language, this was the first, you can say, one to be used and consist of, you can say, data. So binary numbers, again you can see here down, instruction, you can say, out in ones and zero. So machine is converting our English language or any language to binary number system, and then machine only converts that binaries to normal languages, right? So this process takes place where in machine language. So fundamental language of the computer, it is different to write a program in the machine language. Next one is assembly language. Now we are on your textbook page number 8, where we are going to see the, you can say, assembly language. Now in assembly language, the language gives instructions in the form of, you can say, abbreviations. The assembly language use letters, words, symbols. Okay, so generally we are using letters, words, you can say, symbols, special, for example, dollar, star, all these special kind of symbols, or you can say apostrophe or inverted commas. So these all, you can say, are being used, you can say, instead of the binary, you can say, digit used in the machine language. A program called as assembler is required to translate the assembly language into binary code. Programming language is converted into the binary code by the disassembler. So you can see programming language is converting into binary code. Next one is high level language. Now we have done with low level, now we are on the high level language. This include languages that are very similar into English language and are much simpler and user friendly than the low level language. So low level we have seen machine language, assembly language. Compared to that, high level language is more easy and simple to, or you can say, user friendly. High level language are converted into binary codes by using a set of program called interpreter or compiler. Hence they are slow. So interpreter and compiler we are going to see. Okay, it is there on the last page again, so I will be explaining you some of the commonly known high level language are. Which are the high level language many people are learning after, you can say, 10, 12? So these are some of the language basic, you can say, Logo, Pascal, C, C++, Java, Visual Basic, Okay, or you can say formula translator, that is Fortran, or COBOL, that is common business oriented language. So these are some of the examples of, you can say, high level languages. Now differentiate between high level and low level. Learning, it is easy to learn. High level, low level, it is difficult to learn. Understanding, as high level language are most, you can say, almost like natural language, so it is easy. Low level, opposite of it is difficult to understand. Execution, the program in high level language are slow in execution, but in low level it is faster in execution, okay, compared to high level. Modification, it is easy to modify or update, but in low level it is opposite, it is difficult to modify. Facility of at hardware level, high level language do not provide much facility at hardware level compared to low level language. So once high level languages program is done, it is difficult to do any kind of, you can say, modification or make changes in that. But in low level you can say, in low level language provide facility to write program, or you can say in changes you can make in hardware level. Knowledge of hardware, high level language are built in such a way that hardly any knowledge of hardware is required, because it's a software based program, so hardware knowledge not required much. But in low level it is necessary to have a deep knowledge of hardware to write program in low level language. Uses, it is usually used to write application programs. So generally application programs we are using high level language. Low level, it is usually used to write program related to direct hardware manipulation. So this is the differentiate of high level and low level language. Then we are going to have the 4GL, the fourth generation language. 4GL is a group of programming language that attempt to get closer to human language. From the thinking and, you can say, conceptualized, you can say 4GL are designed to reduce the overall time, efforts and cost of software development. The main domain and families of 4GTLS are database queries, report generators, data manipulation, analysis and reporting, screen painters and generators. GUI creates mathematical optimization, web development and general purpose language. Thus, the programmer need to worry only about what problems need to be solved and what conditions need to be met, without worry much about the implementation details to solve them. Example of such languages are Visual Basic, Visual C++, Structured Query Language, that is SQL, then Prolog, then OPS5, Mercury, etc. So this is all about, you can say, 4GL. Now the most important part, that is language processor. So language processor or translator is a type of system software before the program is executed. It is translated into machine language. Language translator includes assembler, interpreter and compiler. Just now 2 slides before I have told you that on last you will have the details about assembler and compiler. Now what is assembler? Assembler is a translator which converts the assembly language program into machine language and vice versa. It keeps on making changes from assembly to machine, from machine to assembly. That is why vice versa. Compiler. Now what is compiler? Compiler translates program written in high level language into machine language and vice versa. Compiler is helping program in high level to machine and from machine to high level. It translates the whole program in one go. In one attempt you can make the changes, that is high level to machine language to high level. If the original program is altered, the program needs to be recompiled. Recompiled means again you have to bring it back to changes. Now next one, interpreter. An interpreter is different from compiler and assembler. It does not convert program into a machine code format. Instead, it directs the CPU to obey each program statement. That means interpreter translate and execute each statement of instruction simultaneously. So interpreter is different from compiler and assembler. So it does not convert program into machine code. Okay, so what compiler is doing, interpreter is not doing the same. Okay, format, instead it directs the CPU to obey each program. So compiler is making the CPU obey each program statement. So that is the difference between compiler and interpreter. So we have done with the portion. I'm going to upload the notes also in PDF format with this lesson. We have done with our first lesson. Notes you have to write in your computer textbook. Okay, textbook, you all are familiar with the textbook. Okay, from the textbook you can see here page number 11. Okay, page number 11 and 12. You have to write all the question answers, filling the blanks, everything here with pen, not with pencil, with pen. No need to maintain separate notebook for it. Okay, currently we are following the textbook. You have to write the PDF what I am sending you, open it, copy from there in your computer textbook. You have to write with pen. Okay, we have completed our first lesson. Stay home, be safe.